Final day of riding is done now, and now all that's left is packing up. I gotta break my bike down, I gotta wash my bike, I gotta pack up all of my random laundry. I gotta look out for this crazy hairless cat. The Reaper of Souls. I brought 2 boxes of these, and maybe 1.5 boxes of these, and this is all I got left. I put them to good use out here. And now we will begin the breakdown of the bike, get it a little washed up so customs isn't completely suspicious. The USA isn't super strict about bringing your bike in a little dirty. I brought my bike back from countries a little tiny dirty, but not, you know, mud clumps and that kind of stuff. When you go to New Zealand or a lot of other places, they're like, oh, you can't have anything on it. And so I always try to get my bike pretty damn clean if I'm coming back home. Or going anywhere for that matter. Wayne's got me set up with some water in a bucket. Let's get to work. She's looking pretty decent now. Let's get the pedals off, get her into the other stand, and start breaking it down. Wheels are off, brake chocks are in place. Let's take the handlebars off and get it into the stand. Bike is now compact on the stand, handlebars are down, ready to flop it into the bag. There we go, the bike is in, helmet's in, extra tire and some other bits and pieces are in here. And I try not to put so much shit in here anymore. I used to pack a ton of stuff in it, but every time I get to the airport, even when it is a normal weight, it just, the clerk is always like fumbling around on the keyboard and like having to do so much extra work. They're always so befuddled when I bring my bike through. It always comes out great, like it's never been a problem, but it always is like an extra 5 minutes of them like clicking around on the computer and like, oh, well, you know this is overweight, or like, you know this is overweight or oversized, or there's just always something. Wayne's got the grill fired up for the final night, nice little meal, but this is a gas grill.
I know, it's for the bride tonight.
Are your friends gonna watch this and just be like, what the hell's going on? If you've watched the past videos, the proper South African fare is to use wood stove, like a wood fire stove, and it's called a braai.
A braai, yeah. You have to, if you come to South Africa, you have to braai. I'm cheating now at the moment, so guys, you know, I'm just doing it. I'm doing it the American way for the American, okay?
And I appreciate it. And now we shall feast. Dinner was fantastic again. Wayne is always cooking up a good meal. Now we've got a couple hours to kill, so I'm gonna play a little bit of video games on the PS4. We are rolling to the airport now. Goodbye, Cape Town. We have arrived to the drop and go. Bike bag has been dropped off. It's in the Lord's hands now. We will see if we see it in a couple days. Oh man, what kind of bullshit African trinket could I get for my family? Ooh, you want one of those? Hey Justin, you want a zebra skin? Maybe one day I'll learn to actually buy this shit before I get to the airport and not spend a fortune. What are you gonna do? I bought 3 gigabytes of data and I only used about 400 megabytes, so let's watch Red Zone at the airport. Snow is coming down in Buffalo. Just went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror and I had like a black piece of dust in my eye. Hopefully that didn't show up this whole time. If it did, it did. I was riding today. It was dusty. To adequately prepare for this 12-hour flight, I've changed into my grubby ass, embarrassing sweatpants. I just realized I never said where I'm at or where I'm going. I'm in Cape Town and I'm heading to Paris. And then tomorrow, Paris to San Francisco. Boarding process took forever. People are pushing and shoving. Well, let's get on this thing. That turned out a lot better than I thought it would for a 12-hour flight. So first of all, the flight was fucking packed. It was crazy. And the seats were small. The first guy that was sitting next to me was taking up the entire armrest, giving no fucks. And he was smaller than me too, which is rare. So he eventually switches, which is nice, and another guy sits and doesn't take up all that much space. But catch a whiff of that guy's breath every couple hours, and it was horrible. That being said, slept 5 hours, got a nice little hairdo out of it, and that was a success for sure. I think I'm gonna get my bags and then recheck my bags. I'm not sure, we'll see. I made a half-assed attempt to get my hair to lay down. I really think having the whole sweatsuit thing has been a game changer for these long flights. I've got my wool underwear on, I've got like a synthetic top on, I've got wool long johns, and then of course the sweatpants and the sweatshirt. And I stay warm, I don't have to put the blanket on, and it's also kind of, you know, that antimicrobial fabric where it doesn't stink so much. Okay, I just talked to the guy at Air France, and I don't think I have to reclaim my luggage. Here we go, we'll see tomorrow. I'll ask them tomorrow, and supposedly they can scan and make sure that they have the bike. And I'm not gonna be able to get my hat out then. Or my pants. I'm gonna look like an idiot for the rest of the day. Okay, now I need to get to my hotel, which I need to take some kind of train to Terminal 3. Alright, now I start looking for the hotel. It's supposed to be this way. It's just a nice little walk out here in Gay Paris. No, I just woke up like this. I think this is the crosswalk button. Hey, the hotel wasn't that far. Not bad at all. Cool. This place is like a startup. Super chic. It was 91 euros to stay the night. That's probably like $1,000, I don't know. Pretty cool. Tiny little cool spot. Is this the shower? Let me in. Ah. Wee wee. I've never done self-check-in before where you actually create the hotel key card yourself and pay right there. Pretty cool. Oh baby, I'll tell you what, this is a pen worth stealing right here. Ah. Oh. Turn on TV. Oh, I'm right at home here. Oh, this bed is super nice. I'm just gonna fall asleep, but no. I've got the whole day. I can go explore Paris. I'm not going to. I've got fucking work to do. Alright, I got one of my videos edited and done, and I'm exporting it right now for Patreon. And I was looking at the movie selection on this iPad here, and what kind of place is this? That's more like it. CNBC Europe. Good, clean fun. The hotel doesn't have shit for food, so I'm back out into the frozen tundra. And this time I'm wearing my shorts, because that's all I have. I don't know what's worse, the janky sweatpants or the shorts. And look where I ended up. These nuggets are very good, hot and fresh on a cold day. They are still, just like the Cape Town nuggets, are lacking that salty taste. And the barbecue sauce is actually classic barbecue sauce. It's like something you'd find on a steak versus the tangy barbecue sauce in America. As for value, you're getting about the worst value for your buck here. So 9 nuggets is about $7 each. So this is about 15 bucks compared to $5 in the US. That should hold me over for about an hour. All right, it's the next day now. I had a good night's sleep and it's time to get out into the freezing cold and off to the airport again. It's cold, but at least it's not raining. Busy, busy, busy. Still not sure the status of my luggage. I gotta wait till I get to the gate. All right, made it through security in this beautiful airport, and I talked to the gate agent, and she assured me that my luggage would arrive. She didn't scan anything in, she didn't check anything, she just looked at my tag and said, oh, you're fine. One of my favorite parts about traveling now is that I don't have to get currency. I just use my credit card pretty much everywhere, and that, you know, you could be stuck in Paris for a day and still buy a bunch of stuff and not have to exchange currency and then have too many euros left over. It's quite nice. Like classic arcade games. Got my ass whipped as Guile. All right, last thing I needed to do is get my water bottle filled up before the flight. Now I can just get on and suffer through the next 12 hours. So I'm waiting to get on my gate, and then all of a sudden I look over and it said you're crossing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It is what it is. Only one flight.
Yeah? All right, I gotta get in line. I don't have fancy.
Yeah, me too.
Fancy first class.
Yeah, well, I don't think I am in there. I'm going to go toilet seat.
So I just saw Cedric Gracia, and I just looked at the footage, and I was incredibly shaky. Well, that wasn't too bad. I seem to be the person who is unfazed by a 12-hour flight now. Let's see if the bike got here. All right, this bag is looking destroyed, but it made it. I also just did the global entry interview, so now every time I come from a foreign country, I can just scan my passport and go in very easily. Sweet. The bike bag is in the truck, and it's time to go home. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.